So I just wanted to go over this quote by Jemele Hill that she wrote. She wrote a little piece in an Atlantic article about Meg Thee Stallion. And it just further proves and confirms my theory and what I've been saying for, over the last couple of weeks while we await the verdict of this trial between Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. It just confirms what I've been saying, that there'll always be this ongoing conversation of who shot Meg Thee Stallion. There is no loser in this situation. And this is why I said that Meg Thee Stallion is going to win regardless. Now, people may have taken what I've said out of context. I had a conversation with my sister, and she got triggered when I spoke about Meg Thee Stallion. She was like, I'm irritated now. I don't even want to talk. A black woman was shot. You ignoring the fact that a black woman was shot, right? Now, women are wired to be emotional. Men, we are logical. We view things from a logical perspective. And this is no disrespect to Act, because that's one of the guys I look at as like the pillars of YouTube. He took the game to unbelievable heights. But academics, you have to understand the way women operate, the way women think. See, we look at things from the man's perspective, and we think that the women are going to look at it from that perspective too. He thinks that this is going to play out like Amber Heard. But this is a totally different situation. There's too much money invested into Meg Thee Stallion. I'm almost sure that Roc Nation and their PR team are aware of the fact that they're more than likely not going to win a case when this female had her back turned. A person is going to assume that my best friend is not going to shoot me. My best friend, we've been through too much. I got this out the mud. She's been with me since day one. So that's the last thought in my mind, that my best friend would shoot me. So it gotta be Tory Lanez. If it's not proven that Tory Lanez shot her, it's still up in the air that she's a victim. A black woman was shot. There's been this movement for the past couple of years. Protect black women. Meg Thee Stallion was just on SNL not too long ago. She had a whole special and a performance about protecting black women. May it be, Kelsey, or may it be Tory Lanez. We don't know who the shooter is, but I can almost guarantee you that Roc Nation is prepared either way. So either way, it's a win-win, because she went up there, she sold her sob story, because for a while people questioned whether she was shot or not. Now, I'm not trying to imply that she was not shot, because I believe that she was shot. And by her being shot, I do believe it was by Tory Lanez. I think they got into an altercation. It led outside. She beat the brakes off of Kelsey. Then she beat the brakes off of Tory Lanez. They got in the car. She beat the brakes off him again. She walked away. He pulled the gun out, pretended as if he was going to really shoot her. And hell, he probably was going to shoot her. Kelsey seen that. That's still her best friend. She tried to prevent it. They tussled over the gun. Shots let off. She thought that Tory Lanez shot her. But either way, it's a victory for Roc Nation. Because guess what? There are emotional women who they could care less about whether Tory Lanez is found not guilty or not. All they care about is that a black woman was shot. And that's why there'll always be this thought in their mind that Tory Lanez shot that girl. Just because it may be a mistrial doesn't mean that Tory Lanez didn't shoot her. It'll be just like the O.J. Simpson case, where, you put two and two together. Everybody, for the most part, know or think that O.J. Simpson, that he killed Nicole. Did they prove it? No, because court is not about who's right or wrong. It's about what you can prove. So as I said, it just goes to show you, when you read Jemele Hill's, her article, it confirms what I've been saying. Men like DJ Academics, they think that Meg Thee Stallion is going to lose because it's going to destroy her credibility. But women lie every day, B. This would leads me to believe that DJ Academics must haven't been around a lot of women in his lifetime. Because the one thing you know about women, not all women, but most women, they don't hold themselves accountable. They're never going to take the blame. Women will lie to you, be on their deathbed lying, crying, throwing the tantrum, having panic attacks, having anxiety attacks, pretend as if they're going to harm themselves before they have to admit that they were wrong. They'll sweep it under the rug and just act like it never happened. They'll act like it never happened. Like she ain't never lied. You must forget, the majority of women think like Meg Thee Stallion. So those majority of women that you secretly seek approval from in the shade room, those are the women who are going to continue to support Meg Thee Stallion, even though she could be lying. Whatever she's lying about, they don't care. The lie is better than the truth in this society. Most of those women are like Meg Thee Stallion, which is why they're attracted to her. They know how to spin narratives. So Meg Thee Stallion is never going to admit that she was lying. They're going to cover it up, and they're going to roll with the main talking point, and the focal point is going to be that a black woman was shot. She was a victim. She's going to be able to do campaigns. She's going to be able to do commercials. Hi, I'm Meg Thee Stallion. I was shot. This is why black women need to be protected in the black community, because things could happen like this to you. So as I said, Meg Thee Stallion can go on and make music about being shot. See, this is a case, whether people want to believe it or not, but they've turned this case into a case of man versus woman. This is not about Meg Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. This is about men versus women. See, the men, they're getting tired of women so-called lying on them. So they want to see Meg Thee Stallion lose. And then you got women who don't like men like Tory Lanez, so they want Tory Lanez to lose, whether people want to accept it or not. She won because she got up there. She sold a narrative because the surgeon went up there and confirmed that she got shot. Now she can run with that and make money off of it. She can build on that. It can open more doors. Have a follow-up interview with Gayle King and keep lying. The Rock Nation camp, they knew that they didn't have enough concrete evidence that would stand up in court. I think they knew that. So they said they would take the angle of playing the victim card, which is why Meg Thee Stallion went on that stand and put on such a Broadway theatrical performance. She sold it well. She put on this Disney performance. Oh, I wish that he would have just killed me. Women will always play the victim. Not all women, but most women will play the victim. And you got women standing up for Meg Thee Stallion. Of course, there are women who are standing with Tory Lanez, but the overall majority of women are standing with Meg Thee Stallion.